all. Take close above. Take close above. Oh, man. Just lurking, bro. Keeps to us disconnected.
Let's say anything when working about Portugal.
Keeps to us disconnected. What is that?
What's happening with OP and what's happening with other signals at the same time. Three being a shit.
Let's say anything when working about Portugal. Keeps to us disconnected. How's it, guys? My stream is not working too well, but let's see how long it lasts. Basically, I am long on Filecoin. I did take a long here at 4.210. Just based on, if you look on let's have a look here. Yeah, so if you look on the 1 hour chart, right? It did touch the support at around about 4.19. Okay, so if you look left here, the amount of times prices bounce from the zone is quite evident, right? So we had 1, 2, 3, and then obviously this is the 4th time, right? So just because of that, I knew that price is most likely going to get a reaction there. So I did take this long here. Let's see here though. If we look at Bitcoin, yeah, Bitcoin's approaching that zone, right? We were speaking about it earlier. This 29,000 zone. Okay, so yeah, you can see its previous support. I'm expecting price to come back down after we get a rejection from here. But what we might see is we might see a further push up back to this level here. It's 29,100, and then further downside. So have to wait and see there. But this is looking bullish here for the day. Obviously, we're still bearish, right? On the 4-hour time frame, this is something I'm looking at. Or for Bitcoin here, we could actually extend this up a bit. That's what I'm saying. So that 29,100 level. Okay, so that's the zone I'll probably look at for potential shorts. But let's see how this plays out. Yeah, so pretty much only two positions I'm in at the moment, just Filecoin and Matic. But yeah, let's see how we can get this. So I want to take a look at Litecoin as well, because Litecoin was at around about 95 a couple of days ago. Let's see. Yeah, if you look at Matic here, on the 4-hour time frame, you can see our price is still respecting these lows. Okay, so as long as price stays above this support over here at 88.42, like yesterday it tapped into that area and then we got a push. But if you look at the daily time frame, it's still in this channel, right? So it's still making these higher highs and higher lows. So it's still quite bullish for Filecoin here. So I would expect a further push here to the upside. But the problem is the whole market is bearish. So essentially, when the whole market is bearish, we do see the altcoins start to come down. Okay. Then Solana, I actually took a nice short yesterday on Solana. I was looking at a long there, but that didn't play out. I took a short. If we look at the smaller time frames here, there we go. Yeah, you can see here for Sol, price was trading like this, okay, and then once we had this support that got broken, you can see our price came back up to this level, and we got a massive rejection from that zone. So did take shorts from this level 24.6661 and back down to, it was at around about 24,110. The reason why I actually took profit there was based on the 1-hour time frame. Okay, so yeah, if you look at Filecoin now, it still looks very bearish. I mean, Solana, right? Once we start to break this level here, okay, at 23, once 23 gets broken, then we might see a massive dump back down to 21/20.9. Okay, so these areas might get taken out, but until that happens, we still need to just be patient. But I am more bearish on the day here. Chainlink, let's have a look here. So with Chainlink, let me just remove this. Remove this. So Chainlink is quite interesting, right? It didn't break these lows, right? So we have this support over here. We had a bounce from that level. Until it breaks these lows, then I'll probably take some more shorts back down to like 6.8, 6.75, okay? Because that is the support over here, okay? But until we actually break that level, there's not much else to really look at here. There is a retracement happening now that most of the coins are doing. You can see over here, price is retracing probably back up to this level here and over here. So we'll have to wait and see to see if price actually holds its zone. But I would expect Bitcoin to tap into that 29,000 zone within today, at least tap into it and then get a rejection. But if it closes above that level, for Bitcoin, if it closes above, 29,100, then this was most probably just a fake out, and we can see price come back up to 29,400. But the 4-hour candle did close bearish, and it did take out all those lows that were created earlier. Okay. So yeah. Matic was a great trade just based on the 15-minute run. I'll talk through this trade. So you can see that we had multiple rejections over here. So we had a rejection over here, another one here and here. And I was waiting for this 15-minute candle to close above this level, and then I actually took a long, put my stop loss below this wick over here. There isn't really a wick, but I put it below this candle body closure, and I am targeting 0.6847, but that's why I did take out some profits at these levels here, because of the fact that you do need to take out some profits at these zones. Because if you look left here, there are a few wicks that need to get taken out first, right? We have this level here. And this level here. Okay. So yeah, if you look at these levels on the 1 minute, you'll start to see that this is where there is support and resistance on the lower time frames. Okay. So once we start breaking these highs here at 0.6823, then we should start to see a push in moments. But yeah, I'm still gonna be in this setup here for Filecoin and Matic. So yeah, there's not much other setups that I'm looking at. If we have a look at Dogecoin, Dogecoin market structure is just very bearish. I did take this trade here yesterday for Doge, but I actually took profit at around about this level here, 0.7835. Whereas we actually made a huge jump back down to the zone. So that's quite interesting. I honestly didn't think price would come down so far within this morning. I think this was at 5:30 to 6 o'clock this morning. Most of the coins actually made a huge jump. Dogecoin actually came down 3% within an hour and 30 minutes. Yeah, so that would have been a beautiful trade. You can see how price retested the previous support. Taking sells there would have been very valid. But yeah, at the moment, just still in these two positions for Filecoin and Matic. These trades are just mainly based on the lower time frames, because I do know that the higher time frames is bearish, but I'm kind of just playing with the retracements here. So I did expect a bit of a retracement, and that's why I did take a long on both these coins. But yeah, there's not much else. Render, have a look at CHZ. I haven't really looked at this chart in a while. Let's see. Let's have a look at the 4 hours time frame. Yeah. This was just on the spot market. This is more of a higher time frame trade. This is on the spot market. This was just based on a breakout over here. If I took this trade on the futures market, it would have been a beautiful setup, because it actually went up around about 6%. Okay. But now we did actually see that it did make a new low. Okay, so which is quite interesting. It is making a new low here. So I would expect price to carry on coming down. So if we actually do this, Yeah, taking sells at like 0.7860 could be a valid trade, yeah, for CHZ. Because if you look at this, right, price broke this low over here, and we're going to see a retracement at least back up to this level or the 618, then take sells based on that. And you can put your stop loss above the 786 level. This is more just Fibonacci trading. I don't normally trade using the fib. It's mainly just based to get my levels. But yeah, this could be a very valid setup just based on how we broke structure to the downside here, and we are expecting a bit of a run up before we see that next leg down. Okay, so yeah, that's that. Let's see how this trade plays out though. We do need to see a 1 hour candle closure above the previous candle here. So if this next 1 hour candle closes bearish, then I would probably expect more downside. But we need this candle to close above this level, and you can see we are currently creating a bottom wick. Okay, so this is obviously good in a way because it needs to grab some of this liquidity before we get that move up. Okay, so on the lower time frames, it's obviously not looking too great, but on the higher time frames, it's just creating a bottom wick for a potential move up. We have this level here. I'll probably take some partial profits at 4.261 or 4.253, but you could look at targeting the 4.283 level, which is your most recent resistance over here. Okay, but if you look left here, this level right now was support. Okay, support, support, and now it's forming resistance, right? But because we're expecting a retracement for most coins, I would expect price to break this level here, the support. Although it is very strong, like we've seen in the past, we might see a potential break back up to the upside and then come down. So we'll have to wait and see. Let's see some other coins. Have a look at Pepe. I don't really trade Pepe, but let's see. Yeah, we'd have to get a new chart here. Get a perpetual, just because the market structure is way better. And it's to the decimals. Okay, so if you look at Pepe, I was actually speaking to one of my mates about this the other day. Pepe and Bitcoin look very, very similar. So look at this, right? Look at Bitcoin. So when you look at Bitcoin right now, and if you compare this chart to what Pepe looks like, it looks very, very similar, right? It's broken the lows. Price is most likely going to come up first, fill that area, then come back down. Okay, so let's have a look in the 1 hour time frame. Yeah, I mean it looks very bearish to be honest. We had that massive volume spike to the downside here at 6 a.m. That was with most of the altcoins. There is a bit of a move here. We have a look at the 30 and the 15. Let's check. We have this fair value gap. I don't know if you guys do trade fair value gaps, but essentially it's where people are looking to sell their orders. So that could be a potential move where we take sells at this area. Okay. Take sells back down to these lows. Looks very clean. So I'm expecting price to move up a bit here first. But I won't take buys. I'd rather wait for price to hit this level. And then stop loss would have to be above this wick, take profit at these lows. over here. Okay, but yeah, at the moment there's not much setups here, just Pepe short, and then obviously we did take these two trades here. So Filecoin still long here. Like I said, the problem is with being long on Filecoin here is just the fact that this is our 1 hour support over here. If you look left here, also some support over here. And if you look on the 30 and the 15 minutes, let's have a look at the 15, how price is respecting this level here. Okay. So yeah, I still keep this position open, but I don't expect it to drive as much as the Matic trade is currently. Okay. So this was the setup that we did take in the Telegram group. Like I said, I took out partial profits at 0.6811. And it still looks clean though, because if you look at this looks like it's gonna come down here, to be honest. So I'll probably this is when I move my stops to break even here. Okay, because this just could be a further retracement. You can see all these wicks over here, wick, further down. Okay, so yeah, that's the setup there. Solana, nothing much happening here. Yeah, I took this trade yesterday for Sol. I mean, I could have taken profit, but could have, should have, would have. I mean, that you can't really say that in trading. Took profit at this level. It was a very logical level to take profit at. This level would have been another level. See how price came back down, retested, came back down to new lows. So yeah, Solana is looking very weak as well. Formed this doji on the 30 minutes, looking like it might come down a bit further now. But if we have a look here, let's see. There's a bit of a trend line for me here. Okay. So if this is interesting, I didn't actually see this before. Okay. Let's see how this plays out here. We could potentially look at a long here. If we have a look at the 5. Yeah, this is beautiful. Okay, so let's keep this on the chart and see if we can maybe take some sells or we can take some shorts here. Because what I'm looking at right now is just this. So we have the support over here. Okay, once we break the support, you can probably take some sells. Okay, but if it respects this level, then we're going to take some buys. So we'll have to wait and see how this 5 closes, because that's going to be interesting. And it's also the 15 closure. So that means that as long as price stays above this level, we're probably going to see price come up, right? And as long as the 5 respects its zone, we might just see a bit of a run up. We can actually move this to adjust this. Okay. Yeah. Might take some buys here for Solana. We'll see. We'll see how it closes. It's important to wait. Have a look at Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is going to be the catalyst here. Same thing with Bitcoin here. Look on the 5 here, what we have. We have price respecting this trend line. Okay, so that's very interesting. So if price respects this trend line, let's actually do this. Okay, so we've got a little channel here. We need to see how price reacts though. If we see this 5 close below here, then we might actually look for those sells. And then I'm on break even for that Matic trade. Let's see. Okay, so we got a closure below. Here we don't have a top wick though. So let's see how the 15 close. 15 did close bearish here. Problem with this is you see how Solana closed. Okay. So Solana closed respecting, already created that top wick to the upside here. It looks bearish, to be honest, yeah. What we could do here is we could have some sell stops. Okay, so here we go. We got a potential trade happening here. Okay, so what's important now is just be patient because this could just be we at support. We are respecting this level, but if it breaks this wick here, we can expect price to come down further. Okay, so but as long as it respects this level here, we might actually take some buys. So it's either shorts or longs here for Solana. Very important to see how this next 5 closes because this is what's gonna give us a trade. So either sell stops here or buys, to be honest. Okay. And Filecoin's pretty much at break even here. A little bit above break even. Just a little bit. I want to see how this 5 closes though, because this is what's gonna give us a position on us. Potential buys or potential sell stops. We have to wait and see. Let's see. We need to see a break of the support and then a break of this level here, and then we'll be in positions. But the problem is, because we had support here, it's more of a buy, to be honest. But because Bitcoin's coming down, let's see, it breaks the support. It might just be a fake out here, though. Let's see. Sell stops could be a play, though. What is this percentage here? So if we take some sell stops, stop loss above this wick, 0.39 to take profits to the low here, 0.7. One is to 1.8. Okay, so let's see. We need to see a break of that support and then a break of the low. If we don't get that, then we won't be in positions. Yeah. But until then, we can just be patient here. But I would expect a bounce here. What's the volume looking like? So if the volume closes like this, that's an indecision candle, right? So this is giving us a bit more buyers volume here. Last time we had a lot of buying volume, what happened? We actually had a sell-off, okay? Over here, we had a nice run up, but we had prior buying volume. So yeah, I think it's gonna sell off here. We might see a sell off. But if it holds this level, well then we could potentially look for buys. Because it's still respecting this low here, right? We had this low and we haven't closed below this low. Okay. So let's see here. Let's see. Yeah, I'm still gonna look for the sell if it flips. But it's probably gonna push now. Well, it's better just to wait for the 15 closure though, to be honest. Obviously on the 5, if trading on the 5 is a bit risky, yeah. And then Matic, we're still in this position here. But our stop loss is at break even. Okay. So let's see how this plays out. What I'll wait for is just this next 15 closure. And that's obviously going to give us an indication of if it's bullish or bearish here. Because although we did close bullish on the 5, yeah, we could probably look at buys here. What would the stops look? What would the stops be? Let's see. So stops would be below this wick. Let's see here. If we get in at market execution, 0.2 to around about a 0.5. Okay, so it's 20x, 10%. You winning 10% or you're losing 4%, right? I mean, it's definitely a trade that I would take here. Let's see if we can. The problem is we don't have this bottom wick. Yeah, I'm gonna take the setup here. Stops below the wick here. So I'm gonna wait for a little bit of a retracement down. If we don't get it, then I won't be in. But let's see here. We had a little wick grab down here. Bitcoin. Retest. Let's see here what happens here. I'm not going to jump into the soul just yet. Let's just wait. We need to see how this next 5 closes. We have a couple minutes here. Matic looks good though. Came back down, retested the lows. Looks good for a push up. Sorry, it did freeze a bit. Let's see. We'll wait for this though. We're not in yet though. Just make sure. We aren't in yet. We're just looking and waiting for this 5 minutes to close. And Bitcoin looks like a fake out. Okay, so we got 3 things looking like fake outs here. So we had this respecting support, came back down, created a high, respecting, looks like it's gonna push. Bitcoin needs a bit of volume here though. It's just looking very, very dull. Let's see how it closes though. On a nice little push here for Bitcoin before we jump into the Solana. And Filecoin not doing anything, eh? Filecoin's just parking at support. Just literally just chilling at support. At my entry, pretty much. Okay, so let's see. So Solana closed bullish. needs to create a bottom wick here though. So I'm gonna wait for that rather. I want to see this bottom wick get created. We haven't seen a bottom wick being created yet. Until we get that, we can jump into longs. So yeah, if you guys did just join, I'm looking for potential longs here for Solana. I need to wait for a bottom wick though. There is no bottom wick. Do we have a bottom wick on the 15? We do. Okay. So I think maybe it's probably best to just wait for the 15 closure here. Because at the moment, on the 5, we haven't seen a bottom wick yet. And Bitcoin, we're also waiting for this. You know, this looks like a fake out. And on the 15, it would be respecting, right? Yeah, we need to see how this 15 closes though. Because if we actually draw this in the 15 minutes, it's closing back inside the range. So we need to be careful here. You need to see how these candles are closing. I am bullish here on the small time frame, right? Yeah, here we go. So the 5 created a bottom wick. Yeah, we should see a push here. The Solana is moving now. It is moving. Well, Filecoin is actually doing a little bit of something. A little bit of something. There's just no volumes there. Obviously, at the time that we're trading, you know, there's not much volume. So let's see here. We need to see a bottom wick being. So we're not in, right? If you guys are wondering, we're not in. We need to see some type of rejection here. Yeah, and Bitcoin looks like it's gonna close back below, yeah. Which is obviously bearish. Let's see. I feel like there's going to be a big move though, because when the volume starts to die off, you normally see these whales start to come in and then start to manipulate the market. So I think there's going to be something happening soon. We just want to be on the right side of it, right? Because if we see a massive dip here, then our positions, like for Matic, let's see here. Yeah, I mean, it's still respecting this level here that we've drawn. And our stop loss is at break even. Okay, so that's all good. Filecoin, not really doing much, to be honest. Not doing much at all. Yeah. Okay. So this is good. This is good. Because now, this is giving us a bottom wick here on the 5. Okay. So it's taking that bottom wick, so we can still look at sell stops here. So this is very, very good here. Because in order for price to come down, we need to see a break of the support. If it doesn't break the support, well then we're probably going to take longs, okay, to the highs like that. But if it doesn't, and if it breaks it, then we can look at some shorts, because we'll see a break of this level. We need to see a break of this wick though, because that is what's happening with price. Price is being kept up by this wick over here. So until we actually see a break of that level, we can take some positions. Okay. So 15 minutes closing in a couple minutes here. 1 minute just closed. Okay. So let's talk about the 15 closure. So the 15-minute just closed, and it closed bearish, right? close below. Did it close below? Close expecting. Okay, so if we zoom in here, it did close a little bit below, and it closed below the trend line. So yeah, sell stops is the play. How did Bitcoin close? Let's see. Yeah, I mean, I don't like the look of this, to be honest. In terms of like volume and look at the volume, how it's just dying here. We had bearish, bullish volume, but it's dying, right? So I think it might just sell off here. Yeah, so ooh. Yeah, we're gonna get activated here. For short positions, yeah. So we got activated for shorts here. Stop loss above here. Something like that, right? Yeah. So this is the trade. This is the trade. Filecoin, yeah, I mean, I'm probably just gonna take this setup out because I don't like the look of the thing is the 15 closed really well here and the 30 did close respecting support. So it's quite interesting to see what's gonna happen here. But yeah, I'm just probably just gonna leave this position in. It's gonna be like a hedge against the Solana short. Bitcoin's getting disrespected, yeah. It is getting disrespected here. Solana is probably gonna push. It looks like we might see a push. You want to hear about XRP? Sure thing. Let's have a look. So we did take the position here for Sol, guys. I'm not telling you guys what to do, but I am shorting that position there. XRP, new subscriber, awesome man. Thanks for coming and joining the channel. You want to learn about XRP? Sure thing. Let's have a look. Let's have a look here. That's actually I haven't actually looked at XRP in a while. Yeah, so actually, this is the setup I actually took. Okay, this was beautiful, right? Because looking at XRP here, I took a long, based on this support, right? So you can see our price, and we had that massive run up, tapped into the zone, we had a push, tapped into the zone, we had a push, tapped into the zone now, and we're having a small little push here. Okay, so did take this long here for XRP, and it was mainly just based on support, right? So we have support over here, and support over here, right? So price respecting this support, okay? So I did take a long here for XRP at this level. See, we had that nice little wick into that zone, and it didn't stop us out, which was quite good. And my stops were very small as well, but it looks like we might come down here. So looking at XRP now, the market structure is looking bearish, right? So I did take a small long. I'll probably take out some. What is this? It's up around about 2%. So I'm gonna take out some of my position now, probably like 50%, and then what I'll do is I'll just put my stop loss to break even here and see how this plays out, because I do think that we might see more of a move up today, maybe back up to this level here. The thing is, the whole market is bearish, right? Sorry about that. the whole market is bearish, okay? So what's going to happen is, what I see is, what's going to happen is we need to see a break like this, okay? So if price breaks this level at 0.6963, then we might take some longs, more longs, right? So we need to see how, what we'll do is we'll put a mark over here. Okay, so this is the level here. We need to see a break of this level, okay? Once we break this level here, then we can look at more longs at the zone. But the problem is, at the moment, the market structure is bearish. But I did take this long here. But we need to see. I'll only look for more longs once we break above here. But if it rejects the zone, then we can look at shorts. Okay, so there's two scenarios where we need to see a rejection from the zone, take some shorts, or we see something like this where we come down and price moves back up. Okay, so yeah, currently looking at that, but at the moment, just took the short on Solana. Okay, so this is the current setup that we're in. And then for Filecoin, I'm probably just going to liquidate this position here at break even. Because the thing is, I'm more bearish at the moment. Let's see how this plays out though. Because what I've got here is I've got a hedge, right? So I've got a short, but I've also got a long on Filecoin. So I'm kind of hedging my positions here. What's happening with Bitcoin? Let's have a look. Yeah, nothing much really. We were talking about this range earlier, and how price needed to break this range. Let's see though. I mean, the problem is right now that we have some coins that are looking more bearish, and we have some coins that are looking a bit more bullish. So we have to play to that, and we need to see how these candles close, because if this next candle closes back above this range, then it's most probably just going to carry on pushing. Okay. But yeah, I do have a hedge though. Like I said, I'm long on Filecoin, whilst I'm actually short on Solana. Okay, so yeah, it's one of those days. And then Matic, if you guys did join earlier, we were speaking about the position here where we took some profits at around about 0.61, 6811. Okay. So yeah, those are the setups. Let's see here. The thing is, what you have to realize here for crypto, right, is the fact that we can be bearish on some coins and bullish on other coins, and you can play to that, right? Where Solana might drip down, and Filecoin might rip, and they don't always correlate to one another, and that's something you have to just learn when you're trading. Okay, you can't take a trade and expect the whole market's just going to push in that direction, because it doesn't work like that, right? But yeah, I think that's all the setups I have today. There's not much else I wanted to go through. I hope you guys did enjoy the stream. It was quite a short one. But yeah, 54 minutes. I think I will end it here. Like I said, I am long here on Filecoin. The reason is just based on the break of this high and a push up. Yeah. So I hope you guys did enjoy. I'll see you guys tomorrow for another live stream.